This is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are all great on this Thursday evening. Hope that you guys have been beating the heat and all that good stuff, staying hydrated, all that. So, yeah, for those of you who are newer to the channel, welcome and thank you for tuning in and for the support. If you've never been here at all, welcome again. And again, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you like what you see here and decide to hit that subscribe button, because this is a fun channel. We do a little bit of everything here. I try to focus more so on like healing and stuff like that, but every once in a while we'll dive into other things too, like more general stuff, like seeing what's going on and what people need to know at this time for their highest good. you know just a little bit of a mixed bag here, a little bit of humor from time to time too. People get a kick out of that part of the the channel. So with all that said, thank you for everybody who's been supporting me for a while now, rocking with your girl. I'm always thankful for you guys and the continuous love and support. Yeah, so without further ado, we're just going to kind of dive right in. As you guys saw in the description, or the title I should say, this is just a very general check-in just to see what's going on with you guys. We checked in the other day for what's the tea reading, which was pretty fun. So you might want to check that out if you missed it. But yeah, so this is going to be a very general reading to see what's going on with you guys and what you need to know at this time for your highest good. So I've already cleansed the space and the energy. We're going to just tap right in. Spirit, only let positive energy into this reading for the collective. Show them what they need to know and see at this time for their highest good on this part of their journey. Two or three more shuffles. Right. Yin and yang. Finding balance. When I happened to look up and said that, it was 222 on the clock. So that's kind of interesting. So twos are very important, because twos typically, especially in succession that way, usually represent choices to be made, right? So you might be feeling like you're like in a crossroads energy, but it can also represent balancing. Yeah, yin and yang in this particular case definitely could represent this finding balance within your life at this time. So this is on the bottom of the deck. So let's tap in. There we go. Now this came out. Wanted to come out like before I even had a chance to say anything else. We have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron here, which is all about the third eye chakra. So it came out technically in the reverse, so I'm not sure if it's saying that your third eye might be a little bit out of balance right now. Take it as it resonates. But I'm also getting that, yeah, you guys have been in your head a lot. Like a lot of thinking, trying to manifest things, but things feeling like they're not coming together as quickly as you'd like them to, perhaps. Tell us more. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Okay, we have something coming out challenging. Yeah, you guys have been in your head. We have the thinking man. I saw the thinking woman before. This came out challenging. So it's giving me that you guys have been in your heads a lot about something. Like I just heard thinking of a master plan. It's a line by Rakim. Like you're trying to like figure out something when it comes to something you're trying to manifest or something, and I feel like because you're overthinking, it's causing a blockage when it comes to the third eye chakra. Take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. This is not going to be a message for every single person. You might take bits and pieces from it though. Yeah, I'm getting that like you guys just feel out of sorts right now. We got Angel of Balance in the reverse, and that was one of the first things I said when I started, was I feel like you guys might be feeling like you're trying to find balance in your life somewhere. But when it comes to trying to find that balance, yeah, it might be the money part for some of you, where the value is in the reverse. Now, I turned this deck just to make sure that it wasn't, yeah, like the cards are, it's not that the deck was upside down. These are just how the cards are coming out. So maybe you've been feeling like there's been a lack of balance when it comes to finances. Maybe you've been putting in a lot of effort at work and just feel like you're not getting the same, let's put it like this. Overworked and underpaid is what I'm getting, for some of you. And trying to figure out, how do you strategically figure out where do you move about the situation. Like, do you stay where you're at, kind of thing. I just heard, should I stay or should I go? So some of you might be thinking about leaving your jobs, maybe. But you're trying to figure out, okay, well, if I leave my job, what am I going to do to make ends meet? So that's where one of the blockages might be coming in. So let's say if you've been trying to think of some ideas of how you can maintain your finances in the process of also trying to find something else, or deciding if you should stay where you're at, or, move on in a new direction. And again, it's causing you to feel kind of out of sorts. I'm even getting some of you might be having like tension headaches, like right here in the front of the head or in the back of your head, like almost like where the nape of your neck is. Again, take that as it resonates. That could seem very specific for somebody, but it's because you're overthinking. You might not be getting enough sleep because of the overthinking. So just be careful with that, because if anybody understands what that's like, I can resonate. Yeah, so just don't overthink it, because when you overthink, that's when, you're going to feel even more lack of balance, okay? All right, so we also have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel here, which is about the throat chakra. So perhaps you're trying to figure out, how do you tell a boss that you're leaving? Or how do you tell them, hey, I feel I deserve more money? I'm getting that this might be a career and finance type of reading, just based off of the current energy. So let's say one of the things that are an issue is speaking up for yourself in the workplace and trying to say, hey, I know I work really hard. I deserve a promotion, or I deserve, more money. I deserve a raise. Things like that. Or speaking up about leaving. Yeah, see, financial constraints. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. So this is definitely a career and finance reading for a lot of people who end up watching this. Perhaps you have envious people within the workforce that have been, I'm getting gossip for some. There might be some gossiping going on within the workplace. Perhaps you work really, really, really hard and you're great at what you do, and people don't necessarily like that because you're better than you're maybe better than them, and they're kind of hating in the background on the low type shit. I'm getting micromanagers. I'm getting a lot of different things. Yeah, the thinking woman is here again. So a lot of thinking about what the next move is here for somebody who ends up watching this and resonates. Tell us more. For those of you who do resonate with this narrative, let me know in the comment section, or hit that like button, hit some reactions. It just lets me know I'm connecting with the energy of the people that are here. See? So we have that envy, and now we have the seat here too. So I just got real like hot, like out of nowhere. Now mind you, my air conditioner is blowing like that shit. I was cold just a little while ago before I started this reading. It's technically cold in here. I got really hot. Like I'm getting like, your light like makes people like I can't stand that bitch. I can't stand that motherfucker. like the fact that you're so good at what you do. There's these people behind the scenes who are running their mouth. They can't stand the sight of you. It could be a boss. It could be co-workers. But either way, it's like, you know that you're good at what you do. And it could be like one of those, again, those kind of situations with micromanagers, or people like, who act like they know so much about the job, but you're actually better than them at the job, and they get mad because you know more about the job than they do. I'm getting like a lot of stuff like that. Take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. And this causes you anxiety. I feel like, generally speaking, you guys are probably like peaceful people. You want to keep the peace. You want to keep things, copacetic. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get your money, right? You're not worried about everybody else, but everybody else seems to be worried about you. And it's like, why don't you just mind your business? Hi, silent lover. How are you? Well, good morning to you. Good evening to me. Yes, it's evening time over here in Connecticut, here in the United States. But welcome, and I hope that you're having a nice morning so far over there. Tell us more. Thank you. Yep, look, hostilities. And the thing is, this came out in the reverse. So I feel like, again, I was saying that a lot of you guys probably try to keep the peace. Y'all don't like a lot of drama. But other people try to start drama with you. And it's like, oh, hey, hello to those in India. From those over here in the States, here in Connecticut. Yeah, see? You guys are just trying to find balance. And it's like, yeah, so I said this earlier. You've been thinking a lot. Some of you who do resonate with this, you're trying to strategize, right? You're trying to figure out, okay, so what do I do from here? I'm not trying to stay in a situation in terms of my work environment if I don't feel like, one, I'm getting compensated and paid well, and on top of that, there's hostilities at work because people are jealous of me and my work ethic. Like that's not fair. You know what I mean? So this puts you in a place of indecision, right? Making you feel like, again, at a crossroads. I said that earlier. There's this energy of either finding balance, which that showed up, or trying to make a decision. Unfortunately, love, this is just a general reading. I haven't started doing like specific questions for people just yet. I do plan on doing that soon, but this particular reading is just a collective message. Okay, hon? Sorry about that. Maybe next time. But if you're interested in a private reading, my information is in the description box. You can send me an email. I actually have a promotion going for $15 American dollars for a mini reading. But my mini readings are very detailed. They end up being almost like a half hour long. So they're very detailed if you're interested in that. But yes, so like I said, a lot of you are probably, feeling indecisive and just like, okay, so again, where do I go from here? Feeling like you're at a crossroads. How do I move forward in a new direction? And I totally get it because I've been in the same boat for a while. Yeah, it's time to take action though. Like you have to start figuring out what it is that you want to do because there's something that I feel like you guys feel like in the pit of your stomach. I would not be shocked if the solar plexus were to show up at some point, or that type of energy. I feel like in the pit of your stomach, you know that there's things that you need to do and want to do. Part of it is about having the confidence to do it, and the other part is about the mindset too. So I feel like there's like this, it's a mix of like head over heart. Like there could be your emotions might be attached to something too, or it could just be mostly a mindset thing, mental thing, where it keeps you from having the confidence to say, okay, I'm going to take action and move forward with whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, whether it's leaving a job altogether, talking to a boss or something about something that's bothering you, whether it's your pay or people in the work environment that are causing issues. I keep just seeing something about balance, but look, yin and yang is here. Angel of balance on the bottom of the deck. You can't make this stuff up even if you wanted to. Yeah, so it's like that there's a lot of possibilities for you that you can make, but the whole thing is this. Again, you're asking yourself, okay, so what do I do here? Because there are so many options that you can possibly take on. It makes it confusing. This isn't necessarily free readings. It's just a collective reading at this time. Hi, Judah. How are you? Okay, we have Angel of Love here, which is interesting because that doesn't really fit into... Oh, okay. I get it. Remember how a little while ago, for those of you who have been here the whole time, I had mentioned that some of you might be feeling an emotional attachment even to your job or your work environment. Maybe you've been there for a long time or something like that. Well, they're saying like there's like this tower moment. Basically, the storm warning is here. There's like a tower moment that's about to happen, possibly. And again, it might have to do with like people that are very, very envious within the workplace and things like that. But they're saying just remain strong, right? Because I feel like you're on the brink of something that's about to happen. It's just about finding that sense of confidence to do what it is that you feel you need to do, especially if this is something that's been ongoing in the back of your head for a while. And thank you. Likewise, I feel blessed and highly favored as well. I'm happy that you're here. I love to see new names, and I can't say faces necessarily because I don't see you guys, but I see your names. And I do remember the people who tend to tap in, so I always love to see new people popping in. Makes me happy to see that my channel is slowly reaching more people. And hopefully you guys hit that subscription button, because trying to, build this channel up, and it's a safe place here. We have a lot of fun on this channel, a lot of different type of readings here. A lot of them tend to be about healing. And sometimes I just do very general stuff like this one, where it's kind of a whatever comes out, but I do a little bit of everything on this channel. So we have Broken Heart here. So like I said, it's definitely work environment for most of you who end up resonating. This card came up about 3 times already. And then the Broken Heart is here with adjacent possibilities. I do feel like you just have so many disappointments that are attached to a workplace or a work situation that, it's like, let's put it like this. I'm going to just throw a narrative out there. This is just something I'm feeling. Let's say you absolutely love your job, you love what you do, right? But the people that you work with are not the best. The money also isn't the best. You know that you could, prosper somewhere else or do something great somewhere else, but you're very attached to a job because you've been there for a long time or something like that. Well, the thing is, it's like, you don't want to create your own setbacks or your own disappointments by staying somewhere where you know you're not happy. So that's where speaking up is going to come into play, because the more that you stay stuck and stagnant in your own circumstances, you're causing your own setbacks. Just putting that out there, because you don't want to be, community. It's giving me like, maybe the community setting type stuff, was, the work environment maybe at one point was actually pretty good, and then it started to shift and change when people left or something like that. I see it happen at my job all the time, both of my jobs. Outside of this, I'm an assistant teacher, and then I also work at a liquor store. How ironic is that? Everybody needs to drink, right? But I think it's ironic. But so like, I know, like, at the school I work at, that's been the scenario for a long time now, for a few years. Like, at one point, I think prior to COVID, like, the people that had been there, these are people that had been there for years and well respected, and all respected each other. And then a lot of people left when COVID happened, and then when we returned to work, the narrative and the structure changed, and a lot of people just didn't thrive there when they were new people, and they were just there for a paycheck. They didn't care about the students. So the environment is a lot different than it was, say, 4 years ago. But yeah, I'm just using that as an example. I know what that environment can look like for some. When you actually like what you do, but then you see that the setting is just not quite right, especially if you feel like you're overworked and underpaid. So yeah, we got financial constraints here. The number 13 is very important. I felt it earlier and I feel it now. That's about death and rebirth. Don't get afraid of the number 13. But it is about, like, death and rebirth, like, generally speaking. It's also about major transformations and breakthroughs. And then we have victory that came out along with that. So I do feel like you're going to be victorious in the circumstances. This is not, it's not like a end-all be-all type of situation. Something is going to shift and change, whatever it is for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. If you do happen to resonate with this, for some it's going to be speaking up and talking about maybe a raise or a promotion. For others, it might be just literally quitting. Like, if something doesn't change, you got to leave. But either way, you're going to be victorious in this, and things will balance out. You just have to take action in the right direction for yourself and do what's right for you. Remember, I said I said earlier, I know the solar plexus is going to show up, and here it goes. Lo and behold, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation again. You have third chakra Archangel Camiel here, which is the solar plexus, which is, basically like where your tummy is, and that's really all about your willpower, and it's also about confidence. That power and drive to do something, to take action. So I feel like this is that time to find that confidence to speak up for yourself and do what you need to do for yourself, because if you're not happy where you're at, right, you want to feel rooted and grounded wherever you are. First chakra, Archangel Michael. You want to feel rooted and grounded where you are. If you're not feeling grounded, if you don't feel the connection that you need to feel where you're at, then that means that you're not in alignment with where you should be in terms of career and finance. So, yeah. I'm also getting that some of you might be natural healers of some sort. Now, that's not going to be for everybody. I feel like this is very specific here. But I do feel like some of you might be natural healers of some sort. Maybe some of you are teachers, or I'm getting maybe therapists. Or this is something that you want to do. You want to help people in some kind of way if you're not already doing that. So this is part of the reason why this is so important for some of you too. It's like you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is in alignment with what you feel you're supposed to be doing. And if it doesn't feel like it's in alignment, then you know that's not where you need to be. So this is definitely a time to make sure that you feel connected to whatever it is that you do and you feel secure in it. 1 second, friends. Let's take a sip of water. Let's see. What cards do I want? I'm gonna read from the tarot now. I'm just gonna kind of do maybe a 5-card pull from here, and then I might. I'm laughing for a reason. You'll see why. And then I might pull some career and finance cards, because I do feel like this is a career and finance reading based on what I'm seeing here. But we have the world here on the bottom of the deck before I even do anything, which is all about successful completion. So yeah, they want you to remain enthusiastic. This is in the middle of the deck, the Page of Wands. There might be some communication coming in. Remember, I was saying something about that communication with that throat chakra. So, you know, they're saying for you to remain enthusiastic. Maybe you're about to receive some good news, or maybe you're about to deliver some type of news when it comes to, again, speaking your piece and saying what you need to say when it comes to work. So I even got just now too that some people might already have this in the works, like an interview of some sort coming through. And I feel like this interview is going to probably end up being something fruitful for you. I am getting there's going to be like an ending of some disappointments and stuff when it comes to a work situation for somebody. Yeah, see. Remember I was saying a lot of you guys have been dealing with a lot of disappointment. This is just as I'm shuffling, by the way. 5 of Cups, a lot of disappointments. You know, you don't feel content where you're at, but you're still holding on at the same time. Ironically enough, there's one person here and 2 likes, and then the number right here is 12 at the same time. I'm just saying, putting that out there. I pay attention to numbers. So Hanged Man energy, releasing, letting go. Alright. So, Spirit, let's do a 5-card spread for the collective. Let's show them what they need to see. I just saw the 7 of Swords while I was shuffling. I just saw the 5 of Wands. Same energy as we just saw here. But yeah, let's get a little 5-card spread going. And then we'll get some career cards, and then that'll be the end of the reading, I think. Thank you. Yes, 4 of Pentacles. So holding on to something a little too tight. Money might even be very tight for some. Just feeling kind of a sense of having a budget a little bit more and kind of holding on. Choices to be made. We already felt that energy. The Lovers. Major choices at that. Yeah. Remember I said there might be some gossiping. Look at this. Everything I said already is coming out in the cards. All right. I love when that happens because it shows that I know what the heck I'm talking about. So, yeah, let's get some cards from the tarot. Spirit, what is the overall energy right now for the collective when it comes to what we're seeing here? Here's the most accurate message. Thank you. A lot of disappointments. I said this before. Got the 10 of Swords here. Disappointments, pain, endings, feeling defeated, feeling betrayed. Just a lot of disappointments I feel in the workforce. Yeah, see, look, this is definitely the workforce for a lot of people who end up watching this. The 8 of Pentacles. Like, you're just tired of the same old at work. It's like, okay, when are things going to get better? You're trying to find a place of peace and balance. You're tired of feeling like, damn, when are things going to get better? Going back and forth in your head, trying to find balance, feeling wishy-washy, like a lot of energy is just coming right back up in a different deck. Tell us more. What's the incoming energy for the collective? For those of the folks that watch this who resonate. Thank you. All right. So we have the Four of Swords here. Now, the Four of Swords could represent a few different things, but in this particular context, I feel like they're saying that, you know, there might be a lot of anxiety surrounding, you know, an ending of some sort, but this is time for a final judgment call. It's time to use your judgment. And, you know, with using your judgment, they want you to really follow where you're being guided, and they want you to follow your intuition here. That's why earlier the third eye chakra showed up. They want you to let go of some of those fears and anxieties, because they want you to be happy, and they're telling you that you deserve it. Ace of Cups is here. They want you to be happy with the decision that you ultimately make when it comes to this, because, you know, whether you stay or go, make sure that the conditions are exactly what it is that you want. So let's say if you do stay where you're at, if they can make sure that the conditions are what you ask for, and you speak up for yourself, and you say what you need to say, and they can make those things happen, great. And if they can't, then you do what you got to do. Either way, you're going to be good. So it's just a matter of making sure that you make the right decision for yourself. Yes, because I feel like a lot of you guys feel fearful. You got the Chariot in the middle and the reverse. That's about feeling stagnant, but it's also about fear of movement and going in a new direction, you know. And there is this fear and anxiety that we've been seeing throughout the reading about this choice that needs to be made when it comes to, you know, career and finance. So tell us more. What's going on behind the scenes that the collective might not know at this time? Thank you. All right. Well, I do feel like they're trying to say, we have the Eight of Pentacles out officially on the spread. They're saying that your patience and your hard work and dedication is finally going to start paying off. You're going to be rewarded for your hard work in one way or another, and it's gonna. We saw that. It says woman holding a coin in the other deck. Now we got the Queen of Pentacles here. Same energy, different deck. So your money situation is definitely about to start looking up. Things are about to get better, and they're letting you know that they're going to have things in alignment for you. For some of you, take this as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. The promotion might involve some form of leadership. We got the Emperor here. You know, this role is going to be something that's going to allow for you to really really come together. I'm also getting, this is a separate message, two different messages on this part. For if it's not that you're stepping into a leadership role, perhaps the leader that you work under could be part of the problem. And I feel like for some people, if you speak up about this, that person might get the boot, and you might even get promoted, depending on how high in the ranks you are. Just based on some of the cards that I'm seeing here. But yeah. But the choice is ultimately yours, of course, right? You have free will here. So there's opportunities to be, you know, to be captured, so to speak. And they're just saying, you know, don't allow mental confusion or lack of confidence in yourself or anything like that deter you from, you know, making the choice here. I feel they're trying to say. All right, tell us more. Tell us more. Thank you. Yeah, the advice is make a choice. Make a good choice. That's what I say to my students all day. Make a good choice. Two of Wands, which is, I was about to say Two of Swords, almost the same energy. They're saying you have choices here. Now it's just a matter of making a decision. I'm definitely getting death and rebirth vibes. The number 13 has been showing up throughout this reading, like on the screen and within the cards themselves. I'm getting, this is definitely a time to make a choice that's best for you. Slow and steady wins the race. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like they're also saying, you know, when it comes to this matter, really think it through, right? Don't make a rash decision. Make sure that you make a sound decision that's not based too heavily on, you know, the ego, right? Look at everything, you know, from different perspectives. You know, look at it pragmatically, look at it from the emotional standpoint, the heart space. Look at it from all those different ways of looking at it, and then make your decision. Weigh your pros and cons. There's a thing, if you look up online, you'll find like the actual chart of it, but there's a thing called a decisional balance sheet. I use it a lot with like my coaching clients, and I used to use it when I would do like drug and alcohol counseling when I was like an intern or whatever. So like that's a great thing to use in general in life, not just, you know, in these like really crazy situations that people find themselves in. This is something that even the average person can use on a regular basis when you know, find yourself feeling a little bit lost. Again, a decisional balance sheet could be very, very helpful for somebody. Like I said, look it up online. It's definitely beneficial. I've used it myself. So yeah, they're like, you know, seize some opportunities. This is in the middle of the deck, but make sure that you are selective about the decisions that you make here. That's the biggest thing, I feel. All right, Spirit, what is the likely outcome? And then we're going to pull a few career cards, and then I think maybe a couple of little extra little, you know, pieces of advice or something to close out, and that'll be it. Don't want to keep you guys here too long. Yes, everything that I said basically is the truth. But I'm also getting this is a major breakthrough moment. That's the main thing I'm getting. So definitely gonna feel a lot more clear-headed about a decision, and you're gonna know ultimately what you need to do for yourself. So that Ace of Swords energy, for that to be the likely outcome, is pretty important, right? To say that you guys, you know that you possess a lot of power. Do you give yourself credit for that power that you possess is the question. So yeah, just to stay away from people who have a lot of malice and ill intent, because not everybody has the best you know, intentions for you. And just make sure that whatever you decide to do is in alignment with your value system as well. I'm getting with the Hierophant on the top of the deck. And then on the bottom is the Page of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, there are decisions to be made. And yes, there will be some confusion about it, but just make sure that you make a sound decision, and things will, you know, there will be a major breakthrough for you when it comes to, in particular, career and finance. Because that's basically what this reading is about. Yeah, one thing with these kind of readings, you never know what's going to come out. It's just literally where Spirit is guiding me to tell you guys what's going on. You know, and then the right people watch it. So I'm going to pull from the green deck, and then I'm going to pull from another deck. I'm going to pull maybe 3 from here and 3 from the other one, and then get some final advice stuff. Yeah, work smart. And then they also have justice here. So like all the things that you might have felt a lack of balance about, it's going to start shifting and changing. So things will get better. Things will get better. All right, so like I said, we're going to get maybe 3 from here. Oh, cool. So some of you might be crafters or like to craft. This seems very specific. A lot of these are going to be very specific in this particular deck. So it's not going to resonate with every single person, but I do get people who like to work with their hands. So if there's something that you like to do with your hands, they're saying go for it. So if you like to, you know, create art and things like that, if you like to sew or anything like that. I just heard welding and sculpting. Those seem very, very specific. But, you know, if there's anything you've been wanting to do with your hands. Candle making I just got. This is, you know, confirmation that they do want you to do that. So we got 2 cards that came out together. We have Beware. Be prudent. Things are not what they seem. Careful who you talk to regarding money and business matters. Don't take any type of financial commitments right now. I'm more so getting, remember I said earlier that I feel like there's some people behind the scenes that be talking a lot of shit and stuff like that. I'm getting confirmation on that. It came out along, this is a weird combination of cards to come out together, but I guess they want you to see this too. They're saying that it says comfort. They're basically saying that even though, you know, you might not be rich or necessarily wealthy or anything like that, you are going to be in a more comfortable place, and it literally says your finances are in a state of balance. So I feel like either that's coming through or you're already kind of there. So they're just saying, you know, Be mindful of your surroundings and the people around you within the workplace, and just make sure that, you know, whatever you do ultimately is something that allows you to feel a sense of comfort. And if you feel a sense of comfort and you feel like there's also a sense of growth as well, then that means you're in the right place. Let's get 2 more from here. Manifesting. I saw that energy earlier when I saw the magician and the mirror in the other deck. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nice. So maybe honing in on these new, not even new, but these different talents and stuff that might be kind of dormant in your current position that, you know, you don't get to really showcase much. And now if you step into a, you know, a higher position or something, then now those skills will really be able to be put out there and seen and appreciated. That, or you're going to find that appreciation elsewhere. People don't want to work with you in that regard. I had a feeling this was going to come out after I saw the crafting card. Retail. So, I mean, it's pretty basic. You kind of already know what retail means. But you might want to, you either are already in that field of retail. Maybe you're going to be a manager in retail or sales. But I'm also getting that some of you might, stuff that you end up making with your hands, you might be able to sell it online. So take it as it resonates. But there will be growth. Growth is coming through. Expect good news in money matters, a raise or a new job offer. Everything I already said. Money will soon start flowing to your business. Promising opportunities awaiting. Nice. So there is some growth coming through when it comes to the finances. Beautiful thing to see. And we have partnership. Build relationships that can help you increase business profits. You don't have to do it alone. Make use of available resources, and you may receive money or an offer from someone you know. That's here on the top of the deck. So, you know, partnering up with the right people that are going to help you along the way. And I said this earlier, but now we have more confirmation. We have fear here. Hey sis, what's up, girl? So it says, overcome your fear of success or failure. Don't sabotage your own success. Don't allow your fear to make, don't allow your fear to make you forget your greatness. There's a typo here, that's why. Remain positive and on track. It may require you to step out of your comfort zone to achieve the abundance you desire. Yes, 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 yes. Wow, I got like really bright. You know what's funny, sis? Almost as soon as you came in, all of a sudden, like the phone just brightened up. Not to say that people who are here are not these bright, beautiful people already, but my soul sister right here, my sister, you know, that's my girl. So when she pops up, you know, the energy always shifts and changes. It just got like super bright on the screen. I didn't touch anything. So in terms of like the settings on my camera or the ring light or anything, it just got brighter. But I'm all for it. But yes, and mind you, I also feel like as I think about it, a lot of what I'm seeing in this reading, I resonate with greatly. And my girl just did a reading for me last week that put a lot of things into perspective and shined a light on a lot of things that I needed to really, really think about before that I wasn't thinking about. Let me think here. I got drawn to these, but I was initially going to read from a different deck. Shit, fuck it, why not? I'll read from both. Alright, so because this reading basically ended up being like a career and finance reading without intentionally doing it that way. It really was just whatever comes out, and it's definitely all career and finance. So I'm like, okay, so somebody needs to hear this message. And this shit, as I'm listening to it more and more, or saying it, I'm like, this sounds so much like the stuff that my sister said to me last week. No, you said someone's stealing your content? Oh, absolutely fucking not. If I see anybody stealing your shit, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna make sure I report that shit every time. That's crazy as hell. You're gonna have to tell me about it later. That's crazy. Wow. Hi Trisha, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the reading. So just a quick synopsis for those of you who just started tuning in. I'm just going to put this out there as quickly as I can. So basically this was just a very general basic energy reading. And someone stole your Crisco line? Oh, hell no. What an asshole. You might have to trademark that, girl. I'm happy to hear that you're well, Trisha. But yes, quick synopsis of what this reading has been basically saying. So apparently a lot of people have been intuitively knowing that they want to leave or move on from something at a job or in their career. They either are very emotionally invested in the job or they put a lot of time and effort into the job, but yet there's a lot of hostilities, whether it's with a boss or co-workers or whatever. Some like, talking about each other behind the back kind of thing, talking about another person, the other person meaning you guys, but yet you guys are really, really good at what you do. Interviews came up in this reading, and when I talked about an interview, I said that you're going to get good news about an interview. You tapped in right on time, girl. So basically, they're basically saying that, for those of you who resonate with the whole, like, a little bit of hostilities and stuff in the workplace, they're saying that, this is a time to speak up, especially if it's something about, like, either the work environment or your money. They're saying make sure whatever choices you make, that you set standards and boundaries with whomever you do speak to make sure that the money is right and everything like that. Make sure that there's agreements that are made, and don't sign nothing until you know that it's all copacetic and it's what you actually want. Because I feel like some of you have been disappointed a lot when it comes to the work environments in general. They're just saying, it is a time to make a choice. You've been manifesting this, and they're saying that you have different opportunities coming through. Just make sure that whatever opportunity you do happen to seize is something that feels right, feels good in your gut, feels good intuitively, and go from there. That's basically what the reading has been saying. But you do have options here, so just be mindful of that. But I did say a little while ago that I feel like somebody might have an interview coming up, and they're going to get good news in that interview. So, just putting that out there. Like I said, for other people, I'm getting raises and things like that. And for others, you might have to leave where you're at if you're not happy there. But there are going to be other opportunities that are going to be better. I feel like this is very loud. Let me turn this down a little bit. Sorry. Some songs are way louder than others on there. But yeah. So let's see. We got 2 cards. More like 3. I'm going to take 3 of them. Ooh. Now, how funny is it, Trisha, that you just said, I'm in school. Education is here. All right, so we have, you may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. Interesting, interesting. I actually mentioned that earlier. I said that I feel like there might be some people who are teachers or healers or something like that, counselors. I was getting something along those lines. So I'm not sure what you go to school for, what your interview is for, but I did pick up on some kind of energy like that at some point. What is this? Weird. There we go. I must have pushed the wrong button. I thought I pushed to turn it down. I pushed mute. Wow, a lot of the stuff that I already said is coming out. So, but I'm also going to read that part intuitively. The fact that you just said that you're a student, I feel like whatever this job position that you're looking into coincides with what you're learning in school. So that sounds pretty good. We have Frozen here. There may be a hiring freeze or no new work now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. So for those of you who might have been looking into work elsewhere and just feel like you're not really, finding jobs that you're interested in or whatever, you feel kind of stuck in that way, they're just saying, make sure that you're, how can I put it? Getting a couple of things. 1, don't sell yourself short. And 2, don't set your standards too high, because there is a such thing. Always have standards, always. Okay? Always have standards, but don't set yourself up for failure by setting them too high, because that's not fair, right? You gotta meet somewhere in the middle. Balance has been the thing. 4444 up there when I said that. So like making sure, and that has been one of the main themes of this, has been balance, meeting in the middle, making sure that, you know, you're able to compromise. You don't compromise yourself and you don't compromise your values, but make sure that you meet in the middle when it comes to making agreements. um, that's one thing I'm picking up on that. And just also, I feel like, you know, I just heard melting away. I feel like the the things feeling frozen when it comes to moving forward financially or in your career. That stuff's about to dissipate. We also have power position. You're being promoted. I said this earlier. You're being promoted or called to lead. I said this shit earlier. I kid you not. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. I said all of this. I said all of this. This is confirmation. Yeah, changing your perspective could change a lot of things, right? And for those of you who do resonate with this reading, I would love for you guys to hit that subscribe button. I'm slowly building up my channel, and my channel is reaching new people, and I'm very, very happy to see that, because, you know, I love to, you know, get to know new folks on here. A lot of times it's like the same people, and I, you know, I love my tribe, and I want to grow this tribe, you know what I mean? So I love to see, I love to see it, you know. It makes me very happy to see new names popping up. I always want to say faces, but it's not faces because I can't actually see you guys, right? We have rewards here. You are cashing in on all the good work you've done. I said that your hard work is about to pay off. You can't make this shit up. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there's definitely some good stuff coming in. Yeah, look, moving up on the bottom of the deck. Moving on up, moving on up. You guys are growing and expanding. I just saw 46, 46. That adds up to 10 new beginnings, right? So there's new beginnings coming in. Wow, this is dope. I really like this reading. I'm gonna claim this reading too. And now there's 5 people and 5 likes. Number 10 is important right now. New beginnings coming through. So I'm just saying. And somebody said something. I'm sorry, Dominique. Will I be known in the future? Will I be known in the future? I don't know, hun, but I will say that just based on what I've seen in this reading so far, because this is just a general reading, I do feel like, let's put it this way, your hard work, whatever you've been working on, because everybody's situation is different. Let's say if you're trying to be like, you know, and I don't want to say in the limelight per se, but like, let's say if you're doing kind of what I'm doing, like content creation and stuff like that, I do feel like that could definitely be something that will be suitable for you. Just based on what I'm seeing in general here. Because this is all good stuff here that I've been seeing. But I will also say this, to take what I've seen in this reading and apply it to what you're asking me currently. I'm also getting that, because I do feel like they're kind of basically saying, watch the people around you. I will say that. Watch the people around you, because there might be some jealous people around you who might try to steal ideas and stuff like that. So just be careful with that. Like I said, this is a collective reading, so I'm just trying to apply what I've been seeing towards what you just asked. If you want a private reading, however, my email is in the description box. I'm running a promotion, $15 for a mini reading. My mini readings are very, very detailed, so just let me know and reach out if you're interested. We have unfolding. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. That's that that Knight of Pentacles I saw earlier. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get one more from here. And I'm going to read from one more deck to close out. Reflection. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. That goes back to what we saw very, very early on the reading, when I was saying that there might be something that you're emotionally attached to when it comes to your work. So if you're very emotionally attached to something that you've been working hard on, but sometimes have questions about because of the circumstances surrounding it, whether it's like the hateful people around you, or people like talking about you behind your back, or the money not being right, different things, like some of the setbacks that you've dealt with. They're basically saying, you know, if this is something you really want to do, just keep on finding the willpower within yourself and the confidence within yourself, and follow your gut, right? Your intuition. If it's telling you that this feels like it's the right thing to do and it's what you're meant to do, go for it. Keep on working hard at it, because you know you enjoy doing whatever it is. Like using myself as an example, because I always, you know, overshare on my channel. I know that I'm meant to be a healer. I know that I'm meant to be a teacher of some sort. I am a teacher currently, well, an assistant teacher. And I love what I do in that capacity. I'm also a life coach. And then I also do my spiritual advising, which is what I'm doing right now, right? So it's like, I know this is what I'm meant to do. Even when I was a kid, I was basically like my big cousin's like counselor. They would come to me for advice. And when they're crying over a boyfriend and I'm giving them this advice, I'm like 8 years old, and they're like, how do you like just always know what to say? I'm like 8, 9 years old, and I'm telling them, you know, what to do. So it's kind of wild, you know. But I say that to make the point that, you know, when something feels right within our gut and within our belly, we know that this is what we have to do, right? So we have prickly situation. You need both tact and diplomacy. That's why I said that throat chakra. Make sure that, you know, we keep that in alignment, to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. Work around the issue and use a gentle touch. So being able to use your voice, right, your words, and articulate them in a fashion that allows you to get what you want without ruffling too many feathers. You know, we're all grown-ups, right? If you ruffle some feathers, that sounds like a personal problem. But at the same time, you know, when you approach people with respect, right, and you still can articulate what it is that you want, your demands and things like that. I love what you said. Grace. Exactly. Tact and grace. When you have that sense of grace, that's when a lot of things start opening up for you. So it's just about being able to know how to do that. And we have manifesting here again. So we have manifesting here showed up 3 times. You guys are manifesting the fuck out of something, and it's coming through. It's about to. We have connections. Build bridges between people. We saw that energy earlier when we saw networking. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. I had said that there's going to be a lot of different opportunities coming at you in different ways, and it's going to be up to you to make some choices at the end of that. So, I mean, we're just really seeing a lot of confirmations in different decks. I'm going to pull for some closing messages, I'm going to pull from the Gateway Light activation deck. Love this deck. And like I said, for those of you who've been resonating, definitely hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Hit the like button, some reactions, all that good stuff. I do apologize if I'm missing out on any of the comments because I don't have my glasses on, so I have to squint really hard, and then they start blowing up and I can't really see them. And I gotta keep the momentum going. But like I said, I do private readings and my prices are very reasonable, so I will say that. But let me see if I can see. Damn. That's my sister. Oh, for those of you who are still in the chat, definitely subscribe to Tears and Wheat Tarot Show as well, because she's an amazing reader. You'll love what you see on there. I can promise you that. We have Ancestral Realm here on the bottom of the deck. Karmic Release, Healing the Lineage, and Boundaries. I mentioned something about setting boundaries earlier. But yeah, you're definitely in the process of releasing something. And for some, it could really go as far down the rabbit hole, as my girl would say, as, you know, your lineage. Take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. But there is something being released. We have Stargate Heart chakra opening up, unlocking, and generosity. So I said something about that heart space, making sure that it stays open, because sometimes, you know, we get a little bit calloused when we've been through stuff and we become hardened. So just make sure that you keep that heart chakra open, but just make sure that you're also disciplined enough to know how to maneuver about those situations that do happen and involve the heart space. That's why, you know, being able to make head over heart decisions are important. However, you want to learn how to find balance between the two. There's nothing wrong with using your heart too, right? Just gotta know how to, you know, balance it all out. Because that was one of the first things we saw was something about balance. First card out. So we have, ooh, I love it. The central sun, yes. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You guys are about to be so successful at whatever it is that you want. Listen to what is being told to you. Like, follow the downloads and what you're being told. I've been seeing angel numbers out the freaking wazoo lately. And it's like, with the amount of, like, between angel numbers and just, like, some interesting stuff that I don't usually have happening to me. Like, so, was it last week or a few days ago? It was like a few days ago. There was a black ladybug. I never seen a black ladybug in my life. I was like, is that shit poisonous or what? My son said that he saw it earlier in the day and it flew on him. So 5555 as I'm saying this. So there was a black ladybug and I was like, whoa, that just creeped me out. I don't know if it's bad or not. So I look it up and lo and behold, it was actually a very, very good luck one, and good luck and new beginnings and all this cool stuff. And like when I went on Google to look at it, the first post, it also had 1111 there, and it was talking about new beginnings. I kid you not, the percentage on my phone at the time was also 11%. I was like, whoa. And I know that I just applied for a position at my job. I'm up for a promotion. So, but there's, you know, stiff competition. And I was like, that's what my girl read for me for. She let me know, like, this is looking pretty good, but you have other things that you need to be doing, like the shit I'm doing right now. But I say that to say, you know, between that, I had a butterfly following me all on the playground with my students yesterday. The whole time I was out there, following me. And then when I sat down, it was in my hair. And at first I kind of freaked out because I was like, I don't like bugs touching me. I don't like bugs. But it was like following me the whole time. And my coworker, she was like, somebody's trying to talk to you. And I was like, you're right. And then stop being a little punk, and then it flew away because I think it sensed I was scared. So if it was like a family member or something visiting me, sorry, I just don't like bugs. But come to me in a different way, like a feather or something. But yeah. So I say all that just to mention that, you know, pay attention to all the downloads, all the signs and synchronicities, because you're being shown and guided constantly. You just gotta pay close attention. We have Unaki and Anunnaki. I always say it wrong. Anunnaki light codes. Energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. I said that earlier when we saw the world. The first card that we saw from the tarot on the bottom of the deck before we even did anything was the world. I was like, you can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. As I just said, looks like somebody's about to leave a job or some shit. Or start a new one. We have Merkaba activation. Transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. Yes. This is a part of your ascension. You are growing, you are expanding. So everything that's happening is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to for a reason. So just pay attention to all of it. One more from here. And we have Seraphim's Gateway. Voice activation. I said that earlier. That throat chakra is very important right now. Angelic attunement and divine support. You're being very, very well supported right now. And I think they're even supporting you when it comes to what you need to say, right? How do you use your voice right now? Because I do feel like a lot of your voice in some capacity is going to be very important. Not just for making demands and, you know, setting boundaries and shit like that and saying what you need to say. I just heard John Mayer, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. He's from Connecticut too. He's like from the next town over. But anyway, yeah, so point being, you know, your voice, there's something very, very special and important about it. And it's a way to help others, I feel, in some capacity. I kept saying earlier, I do feel like there's going to be like teachers, counselors, something along those lines, content creators, something along those lines, people who are going to be helping others in some capacity. Everybody's situation and story is going to be different, of course, but I do feel like there's something very important about that. We have on the bottom of the deck, star gathering, stars aligned, remembering home and soul family. Now, I just said a second ago that I feel like a lot of the folks that, you know, come on my page, like, or my channel, I should say, are people who I'm meant to be in alignment with. So, like, you're not on my page, for instance, you're not going to see a bunch of love readings. Nothing wrong with love readings. I'm just simply saying, like, you're not going to see too many of those. My page, I will do them from time to time. It's mostly going to be about healing and growth and expansion. You know, it's not going to be too much about telling the future and stuff like that. You're not going to see too much of that. There will be like likely outcomes that show up in my readings, but that's not the premise of my readings. It's about helping you grow as a person, on a soul level. That's what you're going to see here. So, you know, when I am meeting with the right people on here, and then I start becoming friends with them outside of, you know, talking to them on YouTube, like my girl Lati, that's how we started. And now that's somebody who I really consider like somebody who's in my soul tribe, and some others as well. Um, that's the energy I want. You know what I mean? Um, so with that said, you know, while my channel is relatively small, I've been meeting a lot of people in that capacity, and I love it. Because I actually know them more personalized now than just, you know, on here. You're not just a name on my channel, at least not right now. You know, obviously if I have thousands of people, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with everybody. But like right now, I know the names that I see. And I like it like that for the time being because like it's more personalized and I really get to know you guys. You know what I mean? You get to know me. So you guys are going to hopefully become a part of this soul tribe, and we're all going to be there for each other and support each other and help each other grow. So that is important. Pay attention to the people that you come in alignment with. There's a reason why the deck split the way it did. I'm going to take both. These are things that we already saw, but I'm going to take it again. The same energy, I should say. Temple of Truth, throat chakra. Here we go again. Authenticity and self-expression. Very important right now. Using your voice. Talked about that already. Inner Earth. I talked about this earlier too. Base chakra. Feeling rooted and grounded, right? Feeling a sense of stability. Security. It says base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Yes. You know, the more strong the foundation you lay upon is, the better the outcomes are going to be in your life, right? So, beautiful thing. We got a little more confirmation of what I just said. Thoth light codes here in the middle of the deck. Light initiation. Great teacher awakening. Divine magic. You're about to discover some shit about yourself that you never fucking knew existed. All because you're growing and you're expanding, and now you're going to be able to help people in some capacity. You're going to be able to help teach people something, whatever that is for you. You know, take it if it resonates, and take it if it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't. I'll pull one card from this deck, and that will be the end of the reading. Again, I do hope that you guys have been resonating. I really, you know, felt really connected to you guys for this reading. This is a really nice one. To see that you guys are growing and expanding in the way that you are. I hope that you guys resonated, and if you have, like I said, oh, that's so cool, master, and wow, that's freaking huge. That's some ball shit right there. I love that. But yes, so I'm gonna pull this one last card. Like I said, I really have enjoyed delivering this message to you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing, like always. And I love to see these new names popping up. You guys are awesome. Definitely, like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Thanks for interacting within the comment section. I'm really thankful for all of you guys. So, we do have on the bottom of the deck, this is just the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull one last card after that, though. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Exactly. I said something about mindset being a very, very important factor way, way earlier in the reading. So it's just more confirmation of what we've already seen. All right, so let's get one last card for the collective. What do they need to see to close out this reading? Here's the most accurate message, just to put a pretty little bow on it to end it. And we have someone from India here. Thank you, my love. I really appreciate you being here. we have regrets. So some of you might have regrets about something that you have to release, okay? And I did see the surrender card while I was shuffling. It says, regret. I know that I cannot change the past. I cannot change the past. And that's okay. The past, you know, the things that we learn, the things that we go through, they're meant to help teach us and help us grow. Yeah, that shit can hurt sometimes. Excuse my language if you don't like cuss words. I do apologize. But you know, that stuff can really hurt, and you know, it's up to us to take those things that take place in our life that are not always so pretty and transmute the energy. What do we do with that energy? We manifest. We do something positive with it. And, you know, in some cases, you can help change lives. You know, you could write something. You could do music. There's so many different things. So find an outlet that allows you to be able to take that energy and run with it and do something that, you know, the people who are trying to break you, fuck them. Forget that shit. We're taking this energy and we're turning that around. All right, we're doing something profound with it. So don't have any regrets, right? Just keep on trucking, keep on, you know, taking what has happened in your life and keep on growing and building upon it. Allow that to be the stepping stones necessary for you to become that better person and version of yourself that's coming through. Yeah. God or whatever you believe in, higher power, has a great sense of humor sometimes. And sometimes we have to have a great sense of humor too. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. That's why, like, on my channel, you'll notice, for those of you who are a little bit newer, I try to add humor in there, even the more serious topics. There's times where literally I'm crying, the people watching are crying and shit. It could get very heavy. But we still find a way to make it entertaining enough where you can smile at the end and maybe get a good laugh too. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I touch on all the emotions on this channel. Let's put it that way. But yeah, being able to, you know, laugh at the, you know, the face of adversity and say, "Ha, you thought you were gonna knock me down? Yeah, right. You must not know who you're dealing with." Okay? And that's the energy that we have to be. And I'm going to say we because I feel like I resonate with that. Like, no, you can't knock us down. You can knock us down, but you're not going to keep us down. You know what I mean? You ain't going to be able to put your foot in our neck and keep us there. Like, we're always going to rise above that shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like the people who are watching or who will resonate with this, that's the energy that you guys are on. So just keep up the beautiful work, because Spirit is definitely letting you know that you're not to blame for the things that you sometimes feel like you're to blame for. That's where the regret and stuff comes in too, right? I accept responsibility for my well-being. At the end of the day, we're in control of certain things, and some things we have no control over. We surrender control when we have to, but we acknowledge and accept the things that, you know, we do happen to, you know, partake in. So just know you don't have to have any regrets. Just take what you've learned and apply it the next time, right? And you don't have to blame yourself. You don't have to beat yourself up. It's not the blame game. This is about growing, right? Growing and expanding. And that's, like I said, that's what this whole channel is about. So for those of you who are new, just know that's the type of readings you're going to be witnessing a lot of the time. And yes, there will be some funny readings where you're going to be laughing your butt off and you're going to be like, oh my God, this girl's a riot. She should be a comedian. I know, I'm fucking great. But, no, let me stop. I am pretty funny though. I had my coworkers cracking up earlier today. But anyway, yeah, I like to keep the momentum going in that way. I like to, you know, keep it fresh and keep everybody laughing. But yeah, with all that said, you know, this is just a place for everybody to be, you know, to feel like it's a safe space and to have fun, but also heal at the same time. That's what we're doing here. So with all that said, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for sticking around for the past hour and 9 minutes. But yeah, I love y'all so very, very much. And my girl Lati, like I said, check her out. She's another amazing reader, and she's so gifted. You will not be disappointed. This woman can do it all. Okay, she's got all the clairs down. Like I'm more so just clear cognizant and clear audient mostly, and clear sentient too. But she has like pretty much all the clairs down. So it's like, it's very cool to watch how she does her readings and how she connects with spirit and source. And you know, a different way than me, but so like, you know, I just got goosebumps. Very, very, in a way that's so awakened, and she knows her stuff, man. She's good. So I do love you guys, and welcome to, you know, welcome to the squad. If you hit that subscribe, if you did hit the subscribe button. So until next time, probably this weekend, hopefully, if everything works out. I do have some stuff to do, but until next time, I love you guys so very much, and have a great evening or morning. As for Domini here from India. So yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening, and until next time, bye.